Hey, what's up everyone? We are continuing on chapter 6. I have not broadcast. But yeah, let's get it. I will be speaking here, so yeah.
And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusawa. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma, and of Junko and Oshima. Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue, until Junko decided to put her body to use. Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who proved to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school. So she put on a mask and then attacked him. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place. Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder. And the one who carried it all out is the true Master.
And that is Junko.
Junko and Oshima.
Wait, I'm gonna take a pic. Dude, that actually looks good.
That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of...
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
It's not like you're an endangered species.
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over? Did you really think the story would end? Once wrong! They're still
It's Junko. Ultimate despair, Junko and Oshima.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear. If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world. We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cook. Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
Oh, did you think I was being serious? It's been so long since I've had an audience. Anyway, looks like having to play Monokuma. It was like I was stuck in purgatory. Huh? What's wrong with my beautiful face?
I feel like this...
I got it! That's right! It was before I ever came to this school. I remember...
True.
And you were on it.
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far.
So I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall in the...
Sometimes a little lie is necessary.
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same. Because she was a different...
I'm me. And she tried her best. Two people can never become one as long as not even if they're twins. I know, it's such a cliche. So basically, Mukuro and the older sister, tough and proud.
Me! Junko, and together, we were the Despair Sisters! Like I said, I get bored easy as hell! What? Oh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
But if she was your twin, that means...
And for reasons deeper...
Well, I suppose I'd better explain. For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scene. The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family, leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. So, I decided to play the role of director. I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the three atrocities. Atrociously ranked, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive. It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal, and that's, sadly, she was nothing more than a bit player, and being the utter disappointment that she was, which is precisely why I killed her, to meet everyone's expectations.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know? If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, so I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make...
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal, just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
So, you figured it out? Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you?
How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's... Jeez. We were the ultimate despair, you know? No, I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like when I was born, I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill. We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything. We've always been filled with despair, so when we do something, we go all the way and live. You just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it?
Oh god.
That's not true at all.
Oh.
We were twins. How could I not be sad? That's why it gets me so excited. Killing my precious sister with my own two hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it. It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that. Super, 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 super despair. It just feels so good.
What the hell is wrong with you?
And my sister, too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair. After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else, she must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness. I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts!
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right? So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic. I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
No, I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
Yeah, Master's way more perfect. Because on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood.
Don't you mean had that noble blood?
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so slow! You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are, yapping away!
Are you talking about our memories?
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer, so how about the next one? Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories. Then you can start gloating.
Damn straight! That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to solve all these mysteries. And then, we'll have our victory!
I can't wait!
Alright, then let's just get straight to the point. What memories did you steal from us?
When the pictures were taken, and those interviews, it must mean... I got it! It must have something to do with our entrance exams.
No fair! At least give us a hint!
Your brains are like sponges, all grippy and leaky. I already gave you all the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things. Do you recall?
I got it! You're talking about the motives you provided to try and get us to kill each other, right?
So you do remember after all. Well, I would hope you wouldn't forget something so important. It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners. So then, let me ask you another question. Did you notice that each motive I presented you had a specific theme to it? Yep, you got it. When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
I actually forgot. Wrong. That is wrong.
I got it!
Oh,
The
man.
driving force behind the motive you presented us with at that point.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Each video showed the total For example, your family. For example, your friends. I ruined all those relationships and showed you the results. It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill. But still, what a cruel thing to do.
You're the one that did it!
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
Okay! Time for the next question! So, what was the theme for the second motive?
Bro, it was that?
I got it! It was our past, right?
Yay! Makoto got it right again! That time, the... Embarrassing memories and secrets!
And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
So, how long do you plan on dragging this out?
Relax, relax. Okay, on to the next question. So...
Wait. I'm gonna start right here.